My name is Chris Pierce. I'm president of Heritage Poultry Management Services. We're located in Annville, Pennsylvania, and I'm a third-generation egg farmer. So Heritage started their first non-caged flock. It was an organic flock in 1997. That was the early part of more retailers looking at having alternate types of eggs at retail, at grocery stores. As we look at 1997 and then moving through the early parts of the early 2000s, there was a lot of growth. There was a lot more retailers and consumers looking for that product and trying to understand what it was. And Heritage was really on the leading cutting edge of that.
Cage-free is a really important part of what we do at Heritage. It's much more challenged because there's a lot more moving parts with cage-free production versus conventional production. The birds are able to come and go, they're in larger groups, and there's different standards that we have to follow to meet the different certifications that are required to give the consumers confidence that the birds are being cared for in a way that meets their standard. One thing that is of significant value as I think about our relationship with Highline is what goes into the genetic research. As we look at non-cage production, I'm looking for them to select the traits that are going to help us to have the most successful flock. What successful flock is things we talk about, is feather coverage, is livability, is disease resistance, is length of lay, is shell quality, feed consumption. It's all those aspects that tie into a successful and healthy flock, ties into overall profitability. And all these things go hand in hand. It is astounding when you understand how detailed that is and how they're managing that data that ends up being with the hens that we have here today. There's a lot that goes into it, and that's a cost that ties into the investment they're making for the long term. Highline Brown is an important part of the component of the breeds that we use within Heritage. There's a number of factors I can identify that really tie into why they stand out versus the competitor. So first of all, if you look at the feathering of these birds, their feathering is a lot tighter of a feather pattern than some of the other genetics out there of the brown birds. So if we can keep the feathering on the bird longer, it helps the bird from a stress factor, can manage temperatures a lot better when they have good feather coverage. The case weight, the early egg size with the Highline Brown is really critical with our egg markets. So there's a saying I have, I'm looking for 45-pound case weight at 25 weeks of age. And we constantly hit that. It might be 24 weeks. It could be some off-flyers that are 26 weeks, but we're talking about 12 months around the year. We have warmer climate in the summer months and cooler temperatures in the winter months, but we're able to manage the feed consumption of the Highline Brown. We're able to have great feed consumption. We believe in following the aspect that we want to give the bird what she needs to be able to meet her nutritional intake. And the Highline Brown is a great bird to manage her feed consumption and provide that for her. We're looking for very low mortality rates at the end of the flock. And that's really critical for us, for our partner farmers we work with, because when there's disease and when there's death, there's more risk factors than to the other flock. The Highline Brown is a great bird to use for non-cage production.